evening, folks, and welcome to Cooking with Dan Leslie. My name is Janet Reposardi-Hoff. I will be your host this evening in Dan's kitchen.
What's up,
Dan.
Janet? Hey, Greg.
Hey there.
Dan, how you doing, bud?
All right. Get a
Dan,
little nippy out.
I know we are so
Dan,
in the middle of
I
fall.
can't help
Look
but
at me.
notice your knees are showing and it's
My little-
35
He's
degrees
got the
outside.
shorts and he's going
Right.
golfing.
Those
I
are
don't
my marbles here.
understand it. It's like 30
Shocking.
degrees.
It's a surprise. It won't surprise many people,
Oh,
but
gosh.
it's supposed to get up to
Freezing out there.
65 or something. But
Oh, I don't believe
the
it.
thing I didn't allow for is the wind. The wind chill is going to be
that's
39. I may go home and get my jammies on. I don't know. But we were going to, I was going to get out there and golf today, and we're going to go out and have a little fun today and get back here and try to drink all the gin and vodka in the place
Oh.
later. So I'm going to get some food together for them, and at the
Okay.
same time we're going to do something for the show. I'll get a few things ready for them as well.
That
Okay.
sounds fun.
So we're going to run out of mozzarella if I make them
looks
this
like
one
it.
sandwich. I was going to make them a roast pork with a. I was going to put some fresh mozzarella and some hot cherry peppers that we cut in half and de-seeded. I was going to make we have these long French bread loaves. I was going to make a long one of those and put on the slice the roast pork on there and get some of this fresh mozzarella, and we'll get the hot cherry peppers mixed in with a little vinegar and demi-glace reduction, so it'll be a nice sauce on there with the peppers in them. Maybe we'll do a few chicken sandwiches.
Oh, very good, yeah.
You know, a couple. I better put a few other things out
Yeah, you
other
better-
than that.
yeah,
So I'll have to work on that later. But meanwhile, we can get the
Right.
bulk of this out of the way. But I guess I'll cut the curd and get it ready to go, and then I'll start on the cherry peppers. So I'm going to slice. You want to slice this as evenly as possible. I don't know how the heck they do this curd, but they, it was just figured out. What I'll do is I'll cut the curd, and let's see. Yeah, I guess I could cut the curd, get the mozzarella working, and then I'll saute these cherry peppers up.
Okay.
Alrighty, I'll get this old bucket down here. Since it's a little chilly, I threw it in the
That's-
dishwasher.
Yeah, that's the big old bucket that we're used to.
That's right.
Here we go.
Gonna spread this out. The key to this is, we try to get the water to approximately 165 degrees, and we are cooking the curd while it's in here. And but we just don't want to overcook it. You don't want to cook the fat out of the curd. But you want it hot enough that it's gonna, become pliable, where we can roll it up. Hopefully this isn't gonna fall off. Thank you. Like I said, this water's about 165. I'll put our little pot over here. And I'm going to take our paddle, our wooden paddle, and move it around a bit so that it all cooks evenly. Because when it's ready to go, you don't want one thick piece, one thin piece. I hope the water's not too hot. Shouldn't be too bad. All right, I guess I can move this over a tad so I can get the cherry peppers going. I have being a little ambitious today. I'm trying to possibly put too many things into one show. Guess I could leave this here for the mozzarella and get another knife.
I think we should tell Greg and Chris. He does have a huge paddle over here.
Yes, you
Anybody
guys get
gets
out of line. Hey, that's
Oh,
the
boy.
end of you guys.
Oh, does that really work?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Let me try it again here. Nope, not today. Bad.
Bad.
I'm going to put a little oil in the pan. I'm going to cut these peppers up. We are going to put them on a sandwich. Not too much oil here. Yeah, we want to make them hot. But we want to break them down too. We're going to
Right.
reduce them with a little vinegar. Vinegar stock I made. A little vinegar and chicken broth, and I have this demi-glace we're going to add to it. Once again, that's a veal bone reduction.
Oh, wow, that is
Gelatin, it just
beautiful.
really makes some of these sauces have a real sheen to them. It's one of those, another one of those pain in the neck things we do.
Yeah, I love that. But these take so much time. That's the thing. They're very
Oh yeah, that takes a
time-consuming.
couple days. We roast bones and we let it roll. We don't simmer it, but we don't have it on a violent boil. But we let it roll for about 8 hours and strain it. And
It's a lot of work.
so, all right, that mozzarella is ready to roll up. I guess I'll get some of this vinegar in here. I'll leave the oil, I guess. Get some of that vinegar flavor in here. I'm going to take some of the, oh Jesus, excuse me. Going to get some of this hot cherry pepper juice, this water there. I'm going to add some of this, oh my gosh. Add some of this demi-glace in. And we'll figure it out in a minute or two here. I'm going to start getting it reducing. I want to get this down and thick. So let that happen for a while we finish the mozzarella.
Okay,
Where the heck's my mozzarella knife? There it
there
is.
we go.
Cut this stuff to a certain weight. Put it on here. And that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to roll it up, put it in this little brick here, and I'm going to let it sit in the water and expand. All right, we did finish
Okay.
that mozzarella
Right.
while we were off camera. I didn't want to bore you all with another one of my. But we set it into some lukewarm water here, and you know, actually it was a little chilly, and the mozzarella was pretty hot. We just want it to expand, you know, and settle itself. All right, looks kind of like looks a little messy there, but there's a little garlic infusion there with that demi-glace.
Oh yeah.
The main thing is we're going to try to make those sandwiches later, and this is going to be the sauce that's going to be on there with the fresh mozzarella.
And that tightened up considerably?
Yeah, it did. It,
that looks
more
good.
than I thought it would. And we were talking about that when we were off camera, you know what I mean? Do we have enough of this demi-glace, which does have those kind of properties. So, it looks okay. You know, I think we need a little more sauce though, because when the thing does cool off, it's going to evaporate even more. And if you could eat one of these cherry peppers, which I'm sure you don't want to do, they're so much softer than they were. You know, in fact, I'm going to even do it a little more. I'm going to kind of give it a double reduction here. That's more of this garlic and vinegar stock to it. Now we know we have enough sauce. I want to soften these peppers up even more.
Okay.
And we'll just we'll work on that. We'll make that happen. All right, I'm going to grab a couple pans over here. We're going to make a, you know, though it's getting a little chilly outside, so I figured we'd do some stick to your innards type of thing. Fresh mozzarella, the peppers, roast pork. I was going to make a linguine carbonara.
Oh,
You can do that in 90
yes.
different ways. All right.
So this is all no-cal?
This is all
Right.
low. This is a
Low-
low-cal
low-cal.
treat here. All right, forget it. I shaved a little mozzarella up. You know, some of that, not the fresh mozzarella. I'm not big on the fresh mozzarella being on the. You can hear that noise level going up. That's
yes.
a primary indicator. It's like having some broccoli in the pot. The second you smell the broccoli, it's done. The second you hear that noise there, you know.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's
I'll have
it.
to remember
You
that.
know that.
That's a good.
Because
one
when
of
this cools
Dan's
off,
tips.
it's gonna, you know, the steam's gonna come off it. See how loose that is right now?
Yes.
As soon as this cools down, this thing is just going to come into itself, and it's going to be a great sauce. We'll keep it over here, and we'll check it out in a little while and see if it helps out a little bit. All right. Before we finish that, we'll get this pizza in the oven. All right. I love these things. Get some hot peppers on here as well. You can do whatever you want to them. We take our, you know, we made our marinara on the on screen before. It's just whole tomatoes, but we take them for the pizza sauce, and we grind them up, you know, and we reduce it a little bit. Add a couple secret ingredients.
Ooh, secret ingredients.
Nothing, you know, just basic stuff.
Okay.
Salt,
Don't
pepper,
punish me
garlic.
with too many hot peppers today.
Yeah.
You know, people don't realize
There's a
we're
lot of hot
required
stuff
to eat
going
the
on
cooking,
here.
and I don't want to die.
Right, I call, I check later. Well, how we doing? Did he eat it?
Some like it hot. I don't.
Right.
Excuse me?
All right, we'll leave the
Talking about food.
I'm gonna spread some of this cheese on here. You know, I'm not a big. You know, as long as the place isn't ginching on the cheese, I just can't see this whole extra cheese deal. Or how about these double crust pizzas they advertise? You know, cheese in the middle with two. I mean, oh no, cheese in the crust. What's this thing with the cheese? I mean, it does have its place, you know. But I'll put the red color on the bottom, the pepperoni. That ought to show up the best. So whatever that color is, we don't want to put it on the top.
Okay.
If you're making a salad, I would think you put the tomatoes on the lower tier because that'll come through, right?
Mhm.
I'll put some of the sausage
Oh,
on here.
nice.
Get some of these fresh mushrooms on here.
Yeah, they look good.
I like this.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you just, you know, we mix and match. Give me this. I don't want that. Do whatever you want. All right. I'm gonna put this in the oven. I got it on high. I've got my little pizza stone down here. I love this thing. You know, we don't have room for a big pizza oven in here, so we get it done there. Yeah, the
Okay.
mozzarella here, it's cooling off, and I noticed not too much. I thought I overcooked it. In other words, if you cook it too much, you know, you're going to cook the cream, the fat right out of it, and which then all of a sudden when you're eating, it's going to taste like some of that store-bought stuff. Which is why would I bother making it then? I could have just went to the supermarket and got it. But this didn't happen, and that means we're in the okay zone. So this mozzarella ought to be real supple. Alrighty, well the pizza's cooking. I guess we can work on that linguine carbonara. I like good old American bacon for my carbonara. Basically, it's done with a smoky meat, and it is pork. But I like this bacon. It's got a little more zip, if you ask me. Also, onions get involved. You see that in most of the recipes.
Mm-hmm.
But what we're going to do here, what I had been doing was sauteing the onions with the bacon. And you know, the onions got that different look to them, and the bacon didn't brown the way I wanted to do it. So what I'm going to try to do is to sweat these onions separately.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
and do the bacon in another pan and see how that works out. I wonder if we should add. We have some of these circlets of Bermuda onion that we put on our
Oh.
salad. I'm wondering if we can maybe
Yeah.
cut those in half and just stir them in for a little more
Sure.
crunch or something like that in color. So we'll give that a twirl. Meanwhile, I'm going to sweat these. Going to get those going a little bit. In fact, I'll turn them up for a minute and then turn them down again.
Okay.
Then we need some bacon. See how this is looking. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That's
See as this is
good.
cooling off. You know, it's just gonna be a lot of fun.
You're right, and that
Want
did
to try
congeal
pinky
a
full
little
or
bit.
no?
Oh well, only if you had a little. How can I? How can I? I'll
Go
do this.
pinky. I'll tell
Okay.
the boys it was your pinky.
Oh my gosh, that is really.
Is it too hot? Do
Really
you think,
nice.
or not too bad? It's a lot of spice,
Get a
right?
sip,
Yeah.
but it is. It's not. The texture is really nice and smooth.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
Very smooth.
That's the good stuff.
But you definitely know that you tasted the peppers. That's for sure.
Yeah. And then we're not going to go crazy with it. We're going to put it on the hope this one lights.
Oh, it worked.
All right. Now we're getting these onions going. I want to start turning this down a little bit. But yeah, this is just going to be terrific. Get that French bread. We don't have a real heavy Italian bread. And get that roast pork warm, that sauce on there.
No,
Let's go
stop
crazy.
making me hungry. I can't eat any of this yet.
We're going to slice the bacon up. We're going to use all the bacon fat. This is going to be, this is not U.S. Medical. So what's the name of them?
Who's that?
The medical.
The American Medical
This
Association.
American Medical Journal is not going to have this dish, and it's this would be an Atkins special without the pasta, or you can use some of that wheat pasta, right? Oh my God, I'd rather slice up a piece of cardboard.
Oh, you know, I've never had that. Not good,
Get it,
huh?
all of that stuff. I don't
Yeah.
know. Then you can go buy these Atkins bar. They're about $9 a bar. It's like hilarious. I swear to God. I did it one time when they did okay with it, and they had this low carb ice cream, ice cream bars and stuff. So I got a couple of those, and
Yeah.
you know, where you should go and have one or two every couple days or something like that. I think I knocked 3 off in a sitting.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
what the hell was that?
Oh no,
So,
you can't do that.
all right, if you're gonna do the Atkins, you're on meat and water. All right, I still got this up too high. This isn't in the sweat mode. Wonder how that pizza's going.
Oh gosh, we almost forgot about
Really
that.
fried that thing.
I think it'll be okay.
Looking good.
Good.
Looking good. Yep, have it up all the way. Thought it'd be moving a little better than that. I'm gonna put a little tad of oil in the pan, just so the bacon doesn't stick immediately. I'll cover the rest of it up so it cooks evenly when I do get it in the pan.
And well, this will shrink as well, so.
Right.
And almost there. I hope these guys are really grateful.
Oh, they will be, but they're great with me all
Are
year
they?
long. Yeah, my telemark gang.
You're the chef.
No, they've been
No?
all year long. Tuesday night, we get in here a little bit, and it's what a way to start the week, you know. Yippee! At Uncle Dan's. Well, they play golf up at Bobby and Holmes' place up at Green Pond on Tuesdays. They have a league there, and sometimes they come down and say hello to Uncle Dan. In fact, a lot of times they do. Looking at the ratio of the bacon, just wondering maybe I'd be better off putting a little of this water in here to help this along. Yeah, see, those onions shouldn't brown like that. I'm doing bad right now. That shouldn't be. I'm rushing it along for the TV cameras. A little too much. Maybe if I put a lid on, keep some of the steam in. Turn it down a hair more. Maybe I should go a little more bacon.
I think so.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Alright, what the hell am I doing? Put the whole pound in.
There's just one little piece
Right,
left.
oh yeah, alright, it's like opening up the...
You're not going to leave that one little piece.
Oh
by
yeah, it's like
yourself,
opening
are
up the
you?
orange juice carton, there's like half a swig left in it, you know?
And you put it back in the refrigerator.
Right.
Yeah, what's that all about? I don't know.
I know, it just works out that way sometimes.
See, the guys will thank me for
That's
this.
right. That's right. I'm gonna make a dish of this on camera. I'll have to scoop it out of here somehow or other. Now we're a little overloaded, but what the hell, right?
No, I think it's good. All good.
All right, I'm gonna crank this up. There we go. Check on the onions.
Okay. This looks about
It's
where we
getting
want
there.
to be ready.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, the bacon's getting browned
nice
up
and
now.
browned. Mm-hmm.
Should take some of that bacon fat out. We don't need all of it. We want some of it. The onions, we're sweating these out a bit. They're just about where we want them. But you want to make sure, you know, you don't want to burn this bacon, but you don't want to do it on the short side. It's like when we put our garlic in our marinara sauce. We want to make sure it's, you know, as far along as we can get it without burning it. I'm going to put this. All right, we got some heavy cream.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Took some of that bacon fat out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Got these onions. I think that's a tad too many onions for the crab. We'll try it. I'll put them all in. Put the pan over here. I believe I'm going to need a little more cream though. You know what? I should check on that pizza while that's turning
Oh,
to
the
a boil.
pizza.
Check
Have
on
to
the
check on
old
the
pizza. See how it's looking. Ooh.
Looks good, I think.
Looks good, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Get
not
that baby
not
out here.
bad.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Guess I'll slide that onto a plate here.
Oh, great.
Garnish this with a little parsley here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a junior garnish.
A junior garnish,
A junior.
as opposed to a senior garnish.
Right. We got a couple juniors
Okay.
later. That's
Oh,
what we
there
have,
you
a little
go.
sausage,
Yeah.
pepperoni, and fresh mushroom pizza. peppers. I have garlic here. I wanted some white pepper.
Oh, I was gonna say, are we putting white pepper in here? I thought so.
Yeah. We'll put a pepper mill on top. This dish is begging for fresh pepper. Salt. We don't want too much salt. There's salt in the bacon. You can always add a little more to the top. Okay, I think we're good on that as well.
Okay.
And what we'll do though is put our pasta in the water, let it drip off a little bit. Let that golden yellow imported stuff.
Yeah.
Oops. Clumsy. Swish this up in the agua. All right. Turn that off, and now I got to get a little. We want to get a little for our TV camera out there, and for you guys to have a little nosh later. So we'll get some of this stuff over to y'all.
Oh.
I don't know if we're going to put the. I think there's enough onion here without putting the red onion on
No,
top.
I don't think you need more, Dan.
No, I don't think so. If anything, we do it just for a little color. There we go. All right, we'll bring this up to a burl.
Okay.
Here's the other one here. We'll save that for later for the gang. In fact, I'll beef that up a little more. I love bacon. Let's see how our sauce is done. I mean, I'd love spreading a little of that on some French bread, huh?
Oh boy. That is
so
perfect.
garlicky in the base. Bring that down to one of these Jet or Giant games. Jets and Giants are doing okay, right?
Yes, they are.
The dog-ass Jets. What was the name of that movie? Semi-Tough. They made a Dan Jenkins. That's who wrote that book. They made a movie out of it. Was starred. I think they had Burt Reynolds and
Oh,
Chris
really?
Christopherson was in it.
Oh, this was a long time ago,
Uh,
right?
oh yeah, this was back in the 70s, early
Wow.
70s. And once again, I'm dating myself. Yeah, we'll bring this to a nice rapid boil. While that's happening, let's take a sneak peek of this mozzarella cheese.
Oh, the
here.
mozzarella. We almost forgot about
See
that.
how that works at all. Try a slice, see what you think.
Let's see.
See how badly
Ooh,
if I overcooked it. Yeah, the
It's
milk's
nice and
running out of
soft.
it, so hopefully it's still in the mozzarella. That works. It's not even salty.
That's good.
Yippee!
Very good.
All right. We're all set here. We can plate this up. Don't want to over pasta this. Make sure we don't dominate the sauce. Want to have enough left. I think that'll be enough. I mean,
Oh yeah.
at least to get the thing.
So the pasta will absorb some of the.
Right. Alrighty. Gonna put some nice
Oh,
Parmesan on it.
nice. That's a nice touch.
We'll toss that in. If we run out of sauce, we can always dip into the boys. They won't mind, right?
Oh, just don't tell them.
Of course not.
And if they get
not.
upset, we'll give them an extra brewski.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
Then they won't mind.
I'll just keep lying.
Oh no.
All right, there we go. It's looking pretty doggone good, I'd say.
Well, listen, something tells me they'll have plenty of food.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We'll know how to lay the ham on a
Oh
sandwich
yeah.
or a boy.
There you go.
You know, I could have, and I didn't do it.
What's
I
that?
meant to do it. Was add the sun-dried tomatoes.
Oh, that's right. You have
and
them
the,
right here.
Right, I did. Doggone it.
Oh,
But
Dan.
that's okay, but all of a sudden I call it a BLT, a pasta BLT. I had a little of these tomato here, and this romaine lettuce can stand up to the heat for a little while. You couldn't cook it ahead of time like that, but just prior to, if you're going to serve it and eat it, that's a neat thing. Yeah, some
Okay, looks
linguine
great.
carbonara. Oh,
Beautiful.
man, I could dig into that, Greg. Greg might splat my hands if I do that.
Darn right I will.
Folks, thanks thanks again for joining us in the dining room as we wrap up what we did in the kitchen, and we did a lot of stuff.
Yeah, doesn't
We
look
really
like much,
did.
but
No,
we
it
did
doesn't
more than
look
this,
like-
right?
But it will look like a lot of stuff later when the guys come.
Yeah.
That's for
yeah.
sure.
And
Yeah.
there, guys. Yeah, I didn't bring those peppers out with the sauce. The
Oh,
fresh
that's right.
mozzarella.
Yeah.
We
Well,
did
we
that
ate
as-
half of that
That's
in
true.
the kitchen.
That's,
When the,
we
once
have
the
to
lights
probably make another batch before the boys get in here.
That's
We
right.
have our rather crispy pizza here with the little individual personal pizzas. You know, it's a neat thing. The kids go nuts over it, especially when I spike it with hot peppers.
Adults too.
No,
We
they
love
do.
it.
That's true. And we have the that linguine carbonara. I'm
Yeah.
glad we did it. We have sweated the onions on the side, and then we mix that and the juice in with the bacon rather than doing them together in the pan. I think it worked out really well. We're going to start doing it like that from now on. Oh, that tan color, that bacon color, and
Oh,
that
that
cream
is
sauce.
beautiful.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's about it.
Okay.
That's all
You're
we
off
did.
to a golf game?
Yes.
Okay. So, folks, thanks again for joining us this evening on Cooking with Dan Lizzie, and we will see you again next week.